Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use DirectSound 3D effects on a modern Windows operating system. So without any further ado, let's start the video. First of all, I would like to tell you what is DirectSound 3D. It was actually a wrapper that was included in the DirectX library for using three-dimensional sound in video games and in many other programs. However, it was discontinued in DirectX 10 in favor of creating new APIs such as XODO2 and XSCT3 for Windows Vista. So as a result, DirectSound 3D was discontinued in Windows Vista. So today in this video, we are going to see how you can use DirectSound 3D on a modern operating system made after Windows Vista, like I am going to show you here in Windows 10. So in order to do that, first of all, you have to download the software known as DSOAL. It is actually a DirectSound to OpenAL wrapper, which will convert the DirectSound API calls to OpenAL API. So in order to download it, go to this website, and I will provide a link for it in the description, and click on the download now button. After that, click to download font HRTF 3D zip, and the download will start. After the download is finished, you have to paste the files in a game. Now I will show you how to do that. For testing purposes, we are going to start with GTA 3. Okay, for GTA 3 and GTA Vice City, I would like to say that in order to use DSOAL, you have to use a different MSS32 DLL. For this, you have to search for EAX fix for GTA 3 and Vice City, and you will get such a fix from gtagarage.com website, and you have to download the version 1.0 of the fix. The version 2.0 will not work with DSOAL because it was actually made for Creative Alchemy. So you have to download the version 1.0, and we have to paste the MSS32 DLL in this game. This is only applicable for GTA 3 and GTA Vice City, not for any other game. But since I am showing you here, I am telling you how to do that. So after you have pasted the MSS32 DLL, you can now use the other game modes. So after you have downloaded DSOAL, from there you have to take out three files. The files are dsound.dll, DSOAL-LDRV.dll, and ALSoft.ini. These three files are required. So after you have done that, you have to configure the ALSoft.ini file according to your speaker sound hardware. So for that, we have to go to the control panel, go to the hardware and sound tab, go to the sound option, and from here go to the find out the device that you are using for for sound. It will be shown by a green color tick mark against it. So I am using a USB audio device, and I have to double click on it. From here, go to the advanced tab, and you have to check out what is the frequency of your speaker device. After you have noted it down, you have to change the setting in the frequency of the ALSoft.ini file. Like I am changing it to 48,000 from 44,100, and I am changing the HRTF also to 48,000. Don't change any other setting now. I will show you how to change the HRTF in the later part of the video. So after you have done that, click on the save button. So we have successfully saved the file. Now we will use DirectSound 3D features in the game. For DirectSound 3D features, you get EAX and Oriel 3D, but this DSOAL will convert the DirectSound 3D APIs such as EAX 1.0 to 5.0 every API of EAX, and A3D 1.0. For A3D 2.0, I will show you in a different video how to do that. So let's start the game now. So the game has started. Let's start a new game.
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
So now we have to change the sound settings in the game settings. For that, go to options, go to audio setup. Here it was set to ODL HRTF 2.0 because I was using a different wrapper, but if you use DSOAL, the version 2.0 will not be supported. So we will be using the Creative Lex EAX3, DirectSound 3D hardware support, software support, and ODL 3D interactive, which is version 1.0. So first of all, I would show you with the mouse first 2D position sound, which is the default settings provided by the game. So you can listen to the sound for a moment. So I will now change to ODL 3D interactive now. Now you can understand that the sound is coming from the left or right side. There are also some changes in the car acceleration sound, as you can understand if you are using a headphone. You can also understand if a vehicle is coming towards you or not easily. You can also understand that the aeroplane is flying over the head from using HRTF 1.0. The sound also reverbed here as we drove the car over the person. So we'll now use EX version 1.0. So for EX version 1.0, there are also similar features, but there are some minor features which are very hard to be distinguishable. You can also get the normal effects such as reverberation, HRTF, etc. from EAX, and in this case HRTF and EX will be undistinguishable. So if you use EX on top of HRTF, you will not see many differences, and vice versa. So we'll now use EX 3.0 and see if it works properly. So we have choose EX 3.0. You can also see that the sound has similar features as EX 1.0 because there were not much changes in the 1.0 to 3.0. So you can easily understand where the car is coming from behind or ahead, or where it is going towards. And you can also see that the that people sound are also echoing in the open area. So these were some of the APIs that were supported by DSOAL for 3D audio. Now we will use the RSX 3D audio that was provided by the game and supported by MSS32.dll and does not require a 3D sound hardware. Now see how it performs. When you use this sound software, you will find that the sound is in low frequencies such as 11 or 22 kilohertz, and the game is also becomes very laggy because of the improper coding and emulation by MSS32. So this mode is not recommended. So I recommend you that you use the other modes that are provided by DSOAL, such as EAX, EX3 hardware, DSound3D hardware, and DSound3D software. You can also get this Red Games tool RSX 3D audio without using DSOAL because it is embedded in MSS32 and it is very badly coded and performs very bad in high-end systems too. So you don't use this audio hardware. Instead you use ODL 3 interactive or Creative Labs EX or DirectSound3D. So we have tested out one game. Now let's go to another game. Let's try with Fallout New Vegas because the software was actually made for New Vegas only. Okay, one more thing to say. When you check out the speaker properties, go to this spatial sound tab and see if spatial sound is set to off. If it is set to Windows Sonic for headphones, turn it to off because otherwise the DSOAL wrapper will not work properly. So we'll now go to Fallout New Vegas. For Fallout New Vegas, the configuration is also same. Okay, I have changed the settings. Now let's run the game. Okay, the game is started. As soon as you start the game, you can understand that the water is falling from the left side, as I show you now. This was actually not the water, but it was the windmill. I could not understand properly. And you can also get better sound, more sound if you go near the animals, and you get less sound as you go away from the animals. So HRTF is also working properly in this game. So now let's try some other effects.
I've got you now. Got enough?
You can understand that the bullet is coming from behind as he shoots. I can understand where the bullet is coming from as he shoots. Someone is shooting from behind. Someone is shooting from here. You also get the some effects when the bullet moves through the air. So HRTF is also working properly in this game. So in my previous video I showed HRTF in Rune and Deus Ex, so I will not play HRTF in that game. I will use some other game like let me use Fear. So the game is started. Let's play. So if you use DSOAL in Fear game, you have to turn on hardware mixing and turn on either EX 2.0 or EX Advanced HD. If you turn on both of this, you will get sound mixing effects. This is because both of these will conflict over one another, and you will get problematic sound, and you will get some sound anomalies too, along with the missing sound problem. So you have to turn off either one of them. Since Advanced HD is newer than 2.0, I have turned it on and turned the other one off. So let's play the game.
Looks like we set you down in the middle of things. It's going to be a hard slog to the data center. That's Delta Force. What the hell are they doing here? See if Dan Mother can give you any answers.
So if I turn around while shooting, you can understand that the sound is coming from the opposite direction, as I show you now. You can understand that I shoot in the wall from my behind as I turned behind. You can also understand that there are people shooting on the other side of this compartment. So HRTF is also working properly in this game too. So now let's quit the game and let's use some other features of this software. In some games you might not be quite happy with the performance of DSOAL and how accurate the sound is. So in that case you would like to use a different HRTF. So now I will show you how you can use that thing. So for that you have to open the DSOAL zip file, go to the hard mode installation folder, go to the hard mode installation zip file, go to the OpenAL folder and copy the folder to your %appdata percentage folder. Now if you go to this location, it will show that you are at C users, then your username appdata roaming, and as they told you to paste it in %appdata percentage as shown in the readme file. Let me show you. As shown in the readme file, it targets you to the roaming folder, but if you actually go to the appdata folder, you have to paste it here. So I am not sure where to paste it, so I pasted in both of this folder, open in this appdata folder and also in the roaming folder. So if I get to know more information of where to put it, I will update you with a new video. So I will be pasting the folder in both these folders, in roaming folder and also in the appdata folder. So I'm skipping the files actually in order to show you. So after you have pasted the folder in both of these, you have to go to the Airsoft INI file and change the HRTF to the different IRC. So I will now show you how to select the IRC. So in order to select a IRC, you have to choose it from the OpenAL folder and go to the HRTF. Here you will get multiple IRC for different frequencies. For example, let me show you with the IRC 1020 48,000 Hz. So for that you have to copy this file name without the .mhr extension and copy it and paste it in the default HRTF settings. So I pasted it here, and now we can use this HRTF for running the game. You can also change the resampler from cubic to linear, etc., but this will I recommend not to change it because this will make many difference in many games. So let it be in default. You can choose it if you are not satisfied with the 3D sound performance of the game. So I will now save the file, and now let's move with okay, let's try it in Fallout New Vegas this time. Okay, we changed the setting in Fallout New Vegas only. So now let's run the game. Please note that you might not get much difference in changing the HRTF. So if I now show you, you may not get any difference from the audio, but if you go and compare all of this HRTF, you may get many sound differences. Okay, as I play the game, I am not seeing much difference, but I can understand that the windmill sound is now a little more detailed. This might not be a case for you, as all the different hardwares have different settings and different quality sound, so you might not feel the same sound difference as I feel now.
Howdy. Found!
So now let's quit the game, and I will tell you some more tips for using the software. This wrapper is compatible with many games. You can use it in many other games such as Half-Life, Doom 3, then GTA 2, GTA Vice City, San Andreas, etc., etc. Then System Shock 2, Need for Speed, etc. But in many games such as Doom 3, you have to change the place where you are pasting the files. The games will not work if you paste the file in the game directory, not the game directory, if you paste it in the root directory of the game and you try to run the game. In that case the game will not work. So for that you have to use different settings for different games. So if you use the software regularly and paste the files in the game directory, the game may not work with DSOAL, but it is not the fault of the wrapper because the game actually not supposed the file to be present in the game folder. So for many games you have to check the settings from many different fan sites and also from your own intelligence where the game uses the DirectSound DLL files. So there are many other settings that you can change in the Airsoft INI files, such as you can turn off HRTF if you don't like it. You can change the stereo mode from headphones to something else, such as 7.1 speakers, then quadraphonic speakers, etc. You can also change the channel from stereo to something else, such as quadraphonic. Sorry, I wanted to say that you can change the stereo mode to from headphones to speakers, etc. And you can change the channels from stereo to quadraphonic, surround sound, etc., etc. So there are also many other settings you can use from here. In some games the DSOAL wrapper may not work properly, so in that case you would like to use the older version of DSOAL that is provided in the software package only. You have to use the DSOAL version 1.1 in some games, as the game may not work properly, such as in Deus Ex Invisible War, Duke Nukem Manhattan Project, Medal of Honor, X-Men the official game. So in these cases you have to use the DSOAL version 1.1. So I would like to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always stay tuned for more videos. Bye for now.